There was many times where I was just like, forget this. This is not working. This is not happening. I don't know how many times I have to do the mirror exercise, but I knew that I was worth it. I might as well just buckle in, put my head down, and do the work. And my gosh, has my life changed. If you are ready to give up on your twin flame journey, ready to call it quits, tired of waiting for your twin flame because they're not communicating with you or showing up in the way you know that they can, or maybe they're in a different relationship and you're just tired of being in the same place that you were last year, then this video is definitely for you. And I'm going to help you see why you don't want to give up on your twin flame journey and why persistence really is the key to having all of your dreams come true and coming into harmonious union with your true twin flame. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Twin Flames Universe. I am Ascension Coach Kanisha, and I am here to help you go deeper into spirituality, eternal love, and twin flames. And today's video and topic is really learning how to persist all the way through into harmonious union with your true twin flame, especially when you feel like I'm ready to just throw in the towel. I'm ready to raise the white flag. I surrender. I give up. This isn't working for me. I completely understand that because I was there, and I was there right before I came into union with my twin flame. So I encourage you to not give up. And I do want to talk on the first topic of why it's important to understand the purpose of your twin flame, the purpose of the twin flame journey, and that is to ascend, that is to become the best version of you, the most authentic version of you. That is to change the parts of you that have been operating on programmings and patterns that are out of alignment with love, that you picked up from childhood, that no longer align with who you are on a soul level. Your twin flame is really here to help you see these parts of you that desire love and nurture and healing. And so if you feel like you're moving through rejection or abandonment from your twin flame, then they are really shining a light on a place that was already there before they even entered your life. And they're showing you these places that truly and deeply need a lot of love and nurture and attention. And so when you can start to look at your twin flame as an ascension tool, as someone who is your perfect mirror, who's going to show you all the little crevices, all the dark places within you so that you can bring light and love into that space, then you will see the true purpose of why they are mirroring maybe some really uncomfortable, not so fun things to look at. And one of the things that I had to remember that I grounded into, I took this with me everywhere I went, was this piece of information, which is it is never personal. And believe me, there were things that my twin flame did, and till this day still does, even though we lived together. I have to remind myself it's not personal. And the more that we have healed together, the more that we remind each other this isn't personal. It's just the block that's coming up right now. It's the upset that's coming up right now because this is where we're not harmonizing. This is where we're not in alignment at this moment in time. And so it's coming up to the surface so that we can align with love here. We can make a new core choice that really does harmonize with what our soul truly desires here. So really grounding into knowing the actual true purpose of a twin flame. It's more than just having your ultimate lover or your ultimate best friend or your ultimate partner. You're going to receive all of those things, but you have to remember that your twin flame is going to be your ultimate teacher first. They're going to teach you and show you all the places where you truly desire unconditional love. Now, they are not the source of that unconditional love, but they are going to mirror back to you those places that need unconditional love. And they will also mirror back to you all the unconditional love that you give yourself, all the compassion, all the nurturing. They will mirror those things back to you. The twin flame journey is the journey of change, of evolution, of evolving into literally your most divine self and seeing yourself as already divine, seeing yourself as already whole, already perfect, already abundant. And your twin flame is coming into your life to help you heal separation consciousness, separation from your creator God, separation from your good, separation from all of the things that are meant to already be in your life, all of your abundance, all of your birthrights. They're here to help you align. And you're here to do the same thing for them. It's not one way, it's both ways. And so know that your twin flame is as triggered by you as you are by them. So let's have a little compassion for one another and know that there's a much bigger purpose. It's for our soul's growth. And when we can really take and receive the lessons that we are showing for each other, then you're able to really receive them. And then you'll get to really experience the best friend, the partner, the ultimate lover that you desire. The second thing that I really desire to bring up in this is why it's so important to really have your inner work starting to be like mastered. And you don't have to be mastered at it per se, but you want to start working at it as your twin flame comes into your life or before your twin flame comes into your life. For me, I was already doing the inner work before my twin flame fully came into my life. Now we were crossing paths, and because I was still really grounding into the work, I wasn't quite able to see him clearly as my twin flame. He is actually someone that I believe that I needed to stay away from because he triggered me so badly and not really in a good way. So I was like, stay away from that guy. But once I really decided to look at what he was bringing up in me, specifically because we had mutual friends and we kept coming into the same space, I finally was like, all right, I'm just going to do the inner work and look at what he's bringing up in me. And I recognized that he was mirroring back to me the anger that I had towards myself and the way that I actually treated myself inwardly. Most of my friends and my family saw me as what we would call falsely positive, like where you like act like you're positive, but like inwardly you're not really positive about anything in life. And so I was kind of one of those people who, at that time, I wore this mask that I was really joyful and happy and positive about life. But inwardly, I was angry and I was mad at the world and I was sad and I was just moving through a lot of feelings. And he would mirror that back to me. And I'm like, who is this guy? Like, why does he act this way or treat me this way? And why do I feel the need to stay away from him? And when I truly did the inner work, and did the mirror exercise for the first time, this wall between us just dropped. And we were able to have a really loving relationship, or actually a really loving conversation for the first time. And we found joy in each other's company. Naturally, the friendship started to evolve. And so I'm very grateful that I was already doing the inner work, doing the mirror exercise, working with a coach prior to my twin flame coming into my life. Now, if you already know your twin flame, perfect. Apparently, you've already done enough in some area to have just attracted them into your space. Know that just knowing your twin flame is an absolute privilege. So when you have already started doing the process of your inner work, it's going to make it easier for them to be in your space because you're not going to be projecting all of your upsets onto them or seeing them as your enemy, which is what I did for a long time, or seeing them as someone who is trying to hurt you and bring up all these fears and insecurities. You see them for what they truly are, your twin flame, your perfect mirror, here to help you love yourself, to have compassion for yourself, to respect yourself, to really become the best version of yourself. And when you can truly have a solid way of doing the inner work, for me, it was the mirror exercise. There was no faster way to heal separation than using the mirror exercise. You'll find that it's much easier to harmonize with your twin flame when you're doing the inner work, when you have made that a priority, when you've committed of going all in to doing the inner work. Now, one of the last things that I do want to speak on is that this journey requires change. It requires you to truly change at the core. And I don't mean like, oh, I have to change in order to be with my twin flame. Well, there are some things that you will have to change, specifically your toxic habits or your lack mindset or the places where you choose ego instead of love. Those are things that you will have to change in order to have a solid foundation for your union. And when you do that, you will find that it's not only going to benefit your union, but it's going to benefit you in every area of your life. When you truly change, they will mirror that change back to you. Your true twin flame is going to meet you in peace in all of those areas. So if you're afraid of change or avoid change, like I did for a very long time, then, this journey might be something that you might want to hold off on. But if you're willing to go all in, if you're willing to invest into yourself, into your union by truly changing things that are out of alignment with love, and this might look like changing habits and patterns that your family has played out for a very long time that you can see this is not a good thing. Or maybe really changing the way that you have approached relationships because they all end the same way. And so you really have an opportunity to evolve into the person that your soul is calling you to be, that your soul desires for you to show up so that you can reach your truest and highest potential, so that you can really dive deep into your calling. And when you do that, so do they. They're your perfect mirror and they're going to mirror all of that back to you. They're going to meet you there. They're going to continuously grow with you. That's the beauty of a twin flame is they're going to continuously grow with you, unlike a soulmate who will stop growing with you and you eventually go your separate ways. So I do encourage you not to give up on your twin flame journey. It is so worth it. It's so worth it. There's many times where I was just like, forget this. This is not working. This is not happening. I don't know how many times I have to do the mirror exercise. But I knew that I was worth it and that my union was worth it. If I was promised by God to be in union with the man that God created me for, then I might as well just buckle in, put my head down, and do the work. And my gosh, has my life changed from being a very broke single mom having to live paycheck to paycheck and just struggling very hard to healing my finances and my life purpose and the way that I viewed myself and my relationship with my children to then coming into full union with my twin flame and now living in an amazingly beautiful house with him and talking about our future and really growing our one life together. I just encourage you not to give up. I promise you it is so, so worth it. And if you need support, definitely check out the Ascension Coaches. We are here to help you. We're here to love you all the way into your union and beyond. And I promise you, it is going to be beyond your wildest dreams. It's going to be more than what you desire, but it's work. And if you're not willing to put in the work, then it might not be for you. But if you're willing to put in the work, it's going to work for you. So I pray that this video brings you encouragement, that it inspires you, that it reignites your passion for your union. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.